Hello, everybody, and welcome to Enjoy English. I'm Shane.
大家好，我是 Bernice 老师。
Okay, today we're taking a look at a composition, and it's called Take a Break Before Driving. Okay, so we know when you're driving, you should take a break.
Yes.
Is that true? I don't know. Take a break before driving. We're not exactly sure what this is meant to mean yet, except that before you drive, you need to take a break. And usually by taking a break, we mean to have a rest, right? So from doing something, don't do something, get tired, then drive. And I guess we can kind of assume that's what it means, but we'll learn in the article exactly what they're talking about.
对，所以我们今天的看图写作呢，虽然它的主题就像刚才 Shane 老师讲的，不是很确定它到底所谓的为什么要在开车之前，然后去做一个这样的一个休息，但是主要它是讲说，你累了吗？休息其实是要为了走更长的路这样的一种感觉。那到底它主要在描述什么样的状况？我们等一下看一下文章里面就知道咯。
Okay.
Take a break before driving. The set of images captures what can happen when a tired person drives. In the picture on the left, a driver is yawning while behind the wheel. This suggests that she is sleepy and unable to stay fully alert. When drivers are tired, it becomes hard for them to focus on the road. This can lead to serious car accidents, like the one shown in the picture on the right. A lack of sleep and long hours of driving can make drivers tired. To prevent accidents from happening, drivers should pay attention to their physical condition and avoid driving when they cannot stay focused. Taking regular breaks during long trips can also help them stay alert. In addition, taking turns driving is another great way to stay safe. By taking these steps, drivers can protect both themselves and other people on the road.
All right, let's begin. Well, we've got a couple of images here. So the set of images captures what can happen when a tired person drives. Now, when we say the set of images captures, we can sometimes say we capture an image. Capture means to get something, and usually means that it's out in the wild and it's running around, it's in motion, and you grab it at that 1 second. That's to capture. You can capture an animal that's running away from you, right? And so here we're talking about capturing an image. And these images that we see, we have two, and image is another word for picture, right?
对，所以刚刚老师解释很清楚 ，capture 通常就是这个东西这样动来动去、跑来跑去的，然后你要去把它抓下来，把它捕捉下来。当然也可以说 capture the moment， 就是你用相机嘛，他突然比如说这个女生笑了一下，哇，你觉得她好美，就把它拍下，也是捕捉的意思 ，OK？ 好，所以这个就是 capture 的意思。那主要呢，这是一个2张图片的一个作文。那像同学，我们像这样的作文呢，现在在台湾很多的考试里面，不管你高中啦、考大学啦，或者是你要考全民英检啊等等，它很常出现这样的一种图片型的写作。那它已经其实标题有告诉你，就是说你在写这篇作文要写2段。然后第一段呢是你要描述这2张图片，所以就是说，所以为什么第一个句子你可以看得出来，它第一个句子是说主题句，它就是说，我们从到这一组图片嘛，因为有2张嘛，所以它用的 set of images，就是这一组图片里面呢是怎么样捕捉下来的，我们怎么捕捉到这2张图片，是捕捉 what can happen， 什么事情可能会发生。什么样的事呢 ？When a tired person drives， 记得，因为你形容的是人，所以呢用 tired 的，因为你是感到疲倦的。OK， 就是说，当一个感到疲倦的人，如果今天他去开车，可能会发生什么样的状况？那所以我们把这个东西呢捕捉了下来，然后放在这里，所以这是一组的图片。
Yeah,
okay.
Cause and effect.
对，
right?
一个原因，然后最后一个结果。
Okay. All right. In the picture on the left, a driver is yawning while behind the wheel. Okay, so we can see that picture of somebody, right? And behind the wheel, Well, literally, when you're looking at this person, there's a wheel there, right? We see a wheel, and behind the wheel, you are literally behind the wheel.
Yeah.
But it's another way to say driving. You could say he's got very good skills behind the wheel.
Yeah.
We know that means he's a really good driver. So this kind of literally means that you're behind the wheel, but it also has this extra meaning of being a driver. Somebody who drives is somebody who's behind the wheel.
对，所以刚刚老师讲了 literally 就是说字面上来说啦，你可能就是在这个 wheel 就那个方向盘。啊，你在方向盘后，那其实它另外的一个引申的意思就是说，你就是在开车。
Right.
对，当然你也可以说你就是坐在那边，坐在驾驶座上，你可能没有开车，你就是坐在那边，然后方向盘你在方向盘后面嘛。对，就是像现在这个图一样嘛。因为这个图你可以看出来，左边的这张图呢，那个 driver 他在 yawning 就是打哈欠的意思。while 所以当你记得你要用 while 的时候，就是指这个动作正在发生。所以正当刚好他就在怎么样那个 wheel 后面，就是 while she is driving， 其实他的意思就是这样，就是他刚好在开车，他就就是开到一半，然后可能停下，他就打呵欠了，这样子。
Okay, this suggests that she is sleepy and unable to stay fully alert. All right, so if you're unable to stay fully alert, that means that you're not going to be aware of what's happening while you're driving, and you need to be, of course, alert and awake, and you need to be paying attention in order to drive safely, right?
没错，对，所以接下来呢，这个句子它接下来就开始解释说，为什么有人在开车，然后又会打呵欠这样的一个状况。所以 this 就是指前面这个状况，这个状况呢，它 suggest 就是它的意思，它暗指的意思就是，并不是建议哦，哈，它暗指的意思就是下面这件事情啊。当然，这个 driver 就是这个 she 这个女生，她非常的怎么样 sleepy， 她觉得好疲倦，很想睡觉了，你才会打呵欠嘛。那你想想看，一个人当他的精神状况不好，他很想睡觉的话，接下来的下一个动作就是 unable to， 就是他没有办法可以 stay fully alert， 就他没有办法完完全全的很有警惕，就是可能左边有什么东西，哎呀，是不是红灯变绿灯红灯了？
Right.
他没有办法完全的很有警惕之心。
Yeah, okay. When drivers are tired, it becomes hard for them to focus on the road. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
没错。
Right? If you're tired, you need to you won't be able to focus on the road. Now here, focus, what we mean is to pay attention, right? So you can't pay attention to the road, and what's on the road? Other cars, people, traffic lights, traffic signs, things telling you what's going on. And if you're not fully awake and you're a little bit sleepy, yeah, you're going to have a little bit of trouble focusing on the road.
没错，这些就是疲劳驾驶会发生的一些状况，所以他接下来又用了另外一个句子，再更清楚的说明刚才前面没有办法 stay fully alert 是什么意思。就是说，当 drivers 他们都觉得很疲倦的那个时候呢 ，it becomes hard， 这件事情会变得很困难。这个 it 指的是什么？是后面的 to focus on the road， 就是说你在路上开车的时候，你能够很专心，这件事情变得很困难。同学，你看到我们的中文是这样子说的。在路上专心开车这件事情，对于这些疲劳的驾驶是很困难。可是如果老师用中文这样子写，很多同学就会写 The drivers become hard to focus on the road， 不可以 hard， 你不能形容这个人。这个the drivers become hard，
Yeah，
好奇怪的句子。
I'm so hard. Oh no！
你好像变成石头了，还是干嘛那个感觉？这个就是中英文的差异。你要先用一个虚主词是。这件事情就是没有办法在路上开车很专心的这件事情，对于 for them 就是这些 drivers， 这些 tired drivers， 对于这些疲倦的人会变得很困难。那到底这件事情是什么？就是你如果在路上要很专心这件事。
Okay. This can lead to serious car accidents, like the one shown in the picture on the right. So what could lead to serious car accidents? Well, being sleepy. Being sleepy and not paying attention on the road can lead to a car accident like we see in the second picture. We see two cars that have obviously crashed into each other.
Yeah,
right?
对 crash, C-R-A-S-H. into OK， 因为是撞进去，有没有头跟头都这样撞到里面了，好，或 bump into 也可以了哈。好 ，this 指的就是上面这件事情，就是说，哎，你没有办法呢，在这个开车的时候，你可以很专注的话，你这个样子的话，可能会导致什么样的原因？那个结果出现呢？所以 this 就是你的原因，就会 lead to 就是 cause，C-A-U-S-E， 可能会导致非常严重的一些车祸。比如说，他就举例了，就像我们图片的右边所显示的这个样子，这么可怕的一个车祸。所以这个第一段呢，在一开始先用一个主题句引导出这两个。这个就是这两个事情其实是在讲什么样的事情，然后接着开始详细的说明左边的图片，讲完之后呢，就开始解释右边的图片作为一个结束。那么这第一段就完成了我们刚才题目说的，你要用描述2张图片的内容，包含里面的人、事物以及发生的事情，全部都要交代清楚。
Oh, I'm glad we're finished with that part because I keep looking at this picture of her yawning and it really makes me want to yawn.
就老师也想打呵欠。
I see her yawning in the picture. It makes me feel like, oh, I really want to yawn. I have to stop myself. So let's take a little break.
All right.
Okay. Okay, so let's continue. I mean, we have these two pictures showing a cause and effect, a sleepy driver, and that sleepy driver causes, what's the effect that her being sleepy has? The effect is that their cars crash. So we assume she is in one of those cars and she is involved in a car accident, right? Okay, so let's continue this. A lack of sleep and long hours of driving can make drivers tired. Of course, right? So if there's a couple of different situations in which what you might be sleepy is you might have a lack of sleep. A lack of sleep just means you don't have enough sleep.
Yes.
A lack of something is not to have enough of that thing.
没错。
And another situation could be you've already been driving for long hours. Maybe you've been driving 10 hours already and you're going to start to get tired. In America, this happens all the time to truck drivers because America's so big. Some people have to drive from one side of the country to the other side of the country. And they have to have rules of how many hours they can drive each day because you can become too tired. Imagine a big truck, the kind of car accident that will cause, right?
对，因为像美国这么大的一个国家，所以呢，刚才老师讲了，像这些开卡车的司机，他就有可能从一个州开到另外一个州，那可能就一定会超过10个小时这样。当然，他们有一些很严格的限制，你可能一天只能开几个小时这样子。OK， 好，所以呢，第二段他一开始，你看第二段他要你写什么？第二段他是说要你讨论导致这个现象的可能原因，以及说明你认为可以采取什么样具体的措施啦，然后避免这个状况发生。也就是说，当你一个人真的 sleepy 的时候，可是你又非得要开车，但是可能会有车祸出现，那你要怎么办？所以它的主题就是说，如果呢你一直睡眠不足，就像刚刚老师讲 ，a lack of 就是你没有 enough。的 sleep 的话呢，还有你开车很长的一个时间 of driving， 都可能会让这些 drivers 觉得非常的疲倦。
Okay. To prevent accidents from happening, drivers should pay attention to their physical condition and avoid driving when they cannot stay focused. Okay. So to prevent something from happening means to stop it from happening.
Yes.
So I want to prevent you from hurting me when you punch me. Maybe I'll put a pillow in here, and that will prevent me from getting hurt.
轩老师怕我扁他。
Yeah, so we use from there, right? So from happening, so something happening. And then they also mention your physical condition, right? So if one's physical condition, your condition is the situation that you are in. In this situation, it's your physical situation that you are in. So in this situation, we know that your condition is that you are tired.
Yes.
And if you are tired in this condition, this state of being, if you are in this state of being, then tired, then you could cause an accident.
对，所以刚刚老师讲的 condition， 另外一个字叫 state，S-T-A-T-E， 这边不是指美国的那1周2周，不是，它这边讲的是一个状态。对你当下的这个状态是，而且是 physical， 是你身体的状态，因为你自己累不累，只有你知道啊。我们怎么会，外人怎么会知道你你是累了还是很有精神，对不对？所以它这个第2个句子就等于是在做具体措施的一个提供了嘛，因为题目要你写说，那如果一个人他又开车睡眠不足，然后长时间开车会感到疲倦，那要怎么办？我们要怎么做？所以他就写了 to 为了要防止，就记得老师刚才讲的 prevent something from 怎么样，或 prevent somebody from 怎么样，所以就是预防一件事情，以免它会怎么样。所以我们要防止呢，会发生刚才右边那个图片的这个所谓的车祸的事件呢，会发生呢。那 drivers 第一个你一定要 pay attention， 你一定要自己的留意，你要自己去注意说你自己今天的身体状况适不适合开车，并且你要去防止避免 avoid， 记得后面要接 ing 哦。所以你要 avoid driving， 当你要可能会有什么样状况，你就要自己去避免你去开车。那通常是 when they cannot stay focused， 当你没有办法保持专注的时候，当然就要避免开车了。
Okay, yeah. So if you are found in a situation where you have to drive long hours, what can you do? Okay, taking regular breaks during long trips can also help them stay alert. So them, of course, referring to the drivers, and taking regular breaks. Now, when you do something as regular, that means that you do it on a schedule, and that this schedule is quite there's not a long period of time between when you do this action one time and then you do it the next time. The interval or the time between between these times is not too long. So you could say I do regular exercise. That would mean that I don't exercise just once every month. I exercise probably, when I say, we know from context what that means. Regular exercise probably means you exercise 3 or 4 times a week, right? Something like that.
对，好，所以他接下来的下一个句就说，你要做一些所谓的休息。那他这个休息讲的是刚才老师解释的所谓的 regular 就是有规律、定期的一些休息，所以它 break 要加 s 哦，所以就是表示你休息不止一次。好，然后呢，要像老师讲 regular， 它不是很经常性的，它并不是那么频繁，但是就是说，比如说，你可能开车2个小时啊，你眼睛有点酸了，或者你的注意力不太集中，你就要赶快休息了。那可能再过1个小时或2个小时，你又觉得有这样的状况出现，你就要开始休息了。所以这边讲的是所谓用 regular 这样子。所以呢，他就说了，因为这个主词是一个动词，所以我们这边要加 ing。好，就是说你呢，如果在真的要开长途的这个旅程，那你就要记得自己跟自己讲，你要做一个定期的休息，因为这样子呢，可以帮助 them， 就是这些 drivers， 可以帮助这些 drivers 呢，可以保持怎么样 stay alert， 其实就是刚才讲的保持清醒。
Yeah, as if you notice, if you've ever driven around Taiwan, with your family or something like that, there are rest stops. There's
休息站。
Exactly. There's places that, for this reason, the government has set up places where people can take a rest, get a drink, use the restroom, and it helps you to rest up a little bit and maybe wake up, right? And that way you can keep driving for a little bit longer. Or if you even want to, there's usually spots where you can sit down and maybe 眯一下, just take a little nap. Take a little nap, right? Okay, continuing. In addition, taking turns driving is another great way to stay safe. Now, taking turns just means to do one person does something, right? And then the next person does it, right? And then maybe I do it again. And then it's your turn again.
Yes.
That's called taking turns,
yes.
right? And if you're driving a long period of time, maybe I drive for 2 hours, and then I say, Bernice, why don't you drive for 2 hours? I'm going to sit in the passenger seat and 眯一下. Right? Take a little nap, rest, something like that, so you can take turns.
没错，所以他的一开始建议的第一个方法就是我们刚才讲的嘛，你要定期的、规律的去做一个休息。那接下来他要讲另外一个方式，他有第2个的建议的这个措施。那这时候我们就用了一个转折语，叫 in addition， 就是 besides。 此外呢，我们还可以做什么事情呢？Taking turns driving。首先 take turns 这个就叫轮流，刚才老师讲的，你记得那个 turn 一定要加 s， 因为这样轮来轮去嘛，你又不是轮一次就不轮了，对不对？
Yeah.
所以你那个 turn 要加 s， 然后再来呢 take turns 后面如果加了动词，你要记得加上一个 ing，OK？Taking turns 加上 ing driving， 就是说你呢轮流之间，大家彼此呢互相的驾驶这件事情呢是一个。Another 另外的一个，就是跟刚才上面不一样的，就是其他另外的一个，另外一个也是不错，很棒的一个办法，这样子呢可以保持安全。
Yeah. So since we're taking turns, I'm explaining in English, and then you explain in Chinese.
Yes.
We're taking turns, so now it's my turn
对，
again.
现在该炫老师了。
Yes. Okay. By taking these steps, drivers can protect both themselves and other people on the road. Now, to protect somebody means to cause or to help prevent them from getting harmed. That is to protect somebody, right?
没错。
Or to protect something, right? Yeah.
对，没错。老师刚刚讲这个 protect， 老师的解释，英文解释就是我们中文的保护的意思嘛。你帮助对方，使他免于发生一些什么样不好的事情，那你就是在保护他了。好，所以呢，最后一句就是最重要文章的结论句。它的结论是这么说的：如果借由采取刚才我讲的那一些措施，所以 take steps 就是指上面的一个步骤、两个步骤，就是第一个你要规律的休息，然后第二个万一呢你一定要长途的这个开车的话呢，那么你可以用轮流驾驶啊，就是不是只有一个 driver， 可能有两个 driver 这样子，然后大家彼此互相的这样的轮流，用这些步骤的话，那么 drivers 就可以保护两件事情 both and。第一个是自己，你保护的是自己；第二个，你也保护其他在路上使用这个路的其他的人，因为你开车不是只有为了你自己而开，你旁边还有别的 drivers， 或者是可能有其他的 pedestrians， 一些什么路人什么，那你通通都保护了。这样。
Yeah, you have to remember that you're driving in like a 2,000-pound missile. When you're driving at high speeds, it's like you really are. You're driving
2,000
a death machine, basically, right?
你是开了一个死亡机器，
you need to take it seriously.
没错，
right?
真的
It's a big
飞弹 missile，
Yeah, it really is. So, okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Hopefully you stay safe on the road and we will see you next time.
OK，拜
Bye-bye.